Hello, good afternoon. I am Errol Baptiste, independent freelance investigative journalist, giving a latest report on PSD, means professional department within Police Scotland being perverse, biased and corrupt whole racial prejudice views on complainant on reference number CO 03730/23 is Sergeant LIddle provided untruthful account by covering up the racist behaviour of Constable Flockhart and Constable Loughrey, were dismissive of Errol Baptiste on the ground of his disabilities and race, breached the Equality Act 2010. Inspector Sandbach, in his correspondence to Errol Baptiste, dated May 1st, 2025, cover up the wrongdoing committed by Constable Flockhart and Constable Loughrey, acted in a discriminatory manner regarding Mr. Baptiste's age, disability, race and right to dignity, committed quadruple discrimination, further breached the Equality Act 2010. Constable Flockhart made no intention being deceitful and dishonest, without no interaction with Errol Baptiste, was abusive, offensive and racist, refused to accept he was a witness in relation to the report of the racial incident at Hoyk Recycling Centre on August 17, 2023, used white privilege, being perverse, biased and corrupt, whole racial prejudice views on the colour of Mr. Baptiste's skin. Constable Flockhart, Constable Loughrey, Sergeant Innes and Sergeant LIddle breached the Scotland Act 1998 under Section 29, abused their position as police officers at Police Scotland. Allegation 1. Inspector Sandbach cover up the racism and misconduct of individual officers. This include quadruple discrimination committed by Constable Flockhart and Constable Loughrey, breached the Police Reform Act 2002, Schedule 3, and the Police Misconduct Regulation Act 2020 in its failure to uphold the complaint. Instead, it mishandled the complaint. Allegation 2. Inspector Sandbach cover up the disability discrimination committed by Constable Flockhart, ignore the fact he failed to produce his documentary evidence of his General Medical Council registration number GMC as a qualified medical profession, mishandled the complaint. Allegation 3. Inspector Sandbach cover up the racial discrimination committed by Constable Flockhart, used white privilege as in breach of the Equality Act 2010, mishandled the complaint. Allegation 4. Inspector Sandbach, in the response, cover up their age discrimination committed by Constable Flockhart as in breach of the Equality Act 2010, mishandled the complaint. Constable Flockhart breached the Police Reform Act 2002, Schedule 3, and Police Misconduct Regulation Act 2020, mishandled the complaint. Allegation 5. Inspector Sandbach being offensive and racist in his response, covering up the discriminatory behaviour committed by Constable Flockhart and Constable Loughrey, breached the Police Reform Act 2002, Schedule 3, and the Police Misconduct Regulation Act 2020, mishandled the complaint. Allegation 6. Inspector Sandbach being deceitful on Errol Baptiste's statement that Constable Flockhart doesn't need to provide an explanation why he refused to note a statement due to racism as the main reason, use white privilege, mishandled the complaint. Allegation 7. Inspector Sandbach is defending the false information provided by Constable Flockhart during Errol Baptiste's engagement following the racist incident on August 17, 2023. Constable Flockhart breached the police powers and privilege as a police constable under Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015, was very dismissive on the information, also mishandled the complaint. Allegation 8. Inspector Sandbach cover up the abusive behaviour of Constable Flockhart involved in corruption, cover up racism, bribery, abuse, perversity, and fabrication linked to abuse of police powers and privilege as a police officer under Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015, also mishandled the complaint. Allegation 9. Inspector Sandbach did admit the Police Scotland took an unreasonable length of time to respond to Errol Baptiste's complaint, which he upheld and did not apologise for the delay and poor service provided by the Professional Standard Department. It was more than 56 days, again mishandled the complaint. The conclusion on the investigation by Police Scotland Professional Standard Department mishandled Errol Baptiste's complaint, now being exposed as a review by the Police Investigation and Review Commissioner Perk via YouTube coverage to the local, regional, national and international media coverage as a result by exposing Police Scotland and Professional Standard Department for being perverse, biased, corrupt and holding racial prejudice views in the decision making on the complainant on the ground of his race and ethnicity as a reason due to different skin color.